This is the 2014 Honda Ruckus, boy. Yeah, I've got the Ruckus for the week. This is actually my brother's vehicle. He let me borrow it, and I'm gonna get up and close and personal with the Honda Ruckus, boy, for the next week. I've only ridden scooters here and there, you know, never like regularly. I used to ride mopeds though, and so I had a couple mopeds, and so I'm assuming this is going to be very similar. It's got very similar size engine, 49 cc's, and we're going to test out that engine, test out that motor, and see what that's like. We've got little 10-inch wheels. What's the size on the tire? We got 120 on the front. And I think the rear is probably 130. Yep, 130 on the rear. It's like a little mini bike. You know, used to have a mini bike when I was growing up. You know, we used to have a mini bike growing up, and actually it caught on fire when I was riding on it one time. Yeah, this is the Ruckus. Very similar to your standard controls that you have on a motorcycle. You know, your high beams, your low beams, turn signal, horn, kill switch, starter button. Got your throttle right here. He put these aftermarket mirrors on here, which I don't know why. Anyway, I prefer the other ones. Here's how you start it though. Put the key right in here, flip it to on, bam, turn that, and you gotta hold the brake while you press the button here. So there it is. Let's get some of that rumble. Oh boy. Okay. Rumble's kind of lacking. Hey, this is kind of cool here too, man. It's got a Kickstarter. So in case you run out of juice or whatever, let's see. Flip this. It goes down here. Bam. There it is. Anyway, gonna spend the week here on the Ruckus, also known as the Honda Zoomer in other parts of the world. They call it the Honda Zoomer. But here in the US, and I think in Canada, they call it the Honda Ruckus. Going to spend the week, going to get up close and personal with the Honda Ruckus. Alright, I'm going to fill it up here, top it off. So this is how you fill it up. You take the key, bam, here is the gas tank. Right there. That looks good. Alright, topped it off. Here, you know, one thing I forgot to mention is that the seat lifts up here, bam, like that. So you have access to this little area. They sell these aftermarket bags, all kinds of aftermarket stuff. That's one thing in terms of the Ruckus aftermarket world. Tons of aftermarket stuff. So, but we're going to take the Ruckus out here for the very first time on some of the busier streets. Hey, you know what? I'm going to do a little off-roading here. Check this out. I'm going to do a little bit of urban off-roading, baby. Yeah. Oh, don't get in the mud. Oh, okay. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, come on, Ruckus. Oh, my goodness, this is painful. Okay, I'm gotten up to 35. I'm coming up to about 38. Oh, almost 40 miles an hour. Yeah. Here we go, boy. Yeah. Just like a motorcycle, you've got your front brake here on the right side. But since there's nothing for your feet to do, you know, the rear brake, they put the rear brake over here. So where the clutch usually is, you got your rear brake. So rear brake on the left, front brake on the right. Yeah. My wife was teasing me. She was like, "You gonna wear all your motorcycle gear to ride that scooter?" I was like, "Yeah, woman, I am." Okay, don't get smashed by the Domino's semi. Oh, it's this. It's just loose. Oh, it's missing a bolt. Oh, here's a nice hill. Ah, yeah, boy. Okay, green light, come on. Come on, Ruckus. Come on, girl. Come on, Ruckus. Oh, man. I have trouble getting this key in here sometimes, man. Give me some love. What's going on? Oh, he did, yeah. Oh, God, I hate it. Oh, a yellow light, red light. Man, that's one thing you hate about being on the scooter, boy. It's coming up to a red light. Because coming up to a red light means that you're going to have to take off from a stop. And that sucks. Come on, Ruckus. Come on, Ruckus. I have to honestly say, by the end of the week, I did not want to give the Ruckus back to my brother. Maybe because it was so convenient to just hop on and go. Maybe it was the crazy gas mileage. Maybe it was because the Ruckus reminded me of that pull start mini bike that we had long ago. Whatever the reason, I definitely had some reluctance parting ways with the little scooter, man. Now, don't get me wrong, the week wasn't exactly filled with rainbows and butterflies. I mean, there were some notable negatives, some noticeable downsides to riding the Ruckus. At the top of my list was the extreme lack of power. Sure, with power, and that is more torque, comes more risk, or at least more responsibility. But torque helps you escape from encroaching vehicles. Power helps you avoid road hazards. Given the lack of power, what I found myself doing as the week went on was adjusting my route. I tried to stay away from streets where the speed limit was 40 miles per hour or more. I felt just too uneasy with not being able to zip away from potential danger. Other negatives included the lack of a fuel gauge or even a trip meter, man. I mean, that stuff helps you keep track of your fuel consumption. I had to use the odometer and just try to remember at what mileage did I last fill up. And it really made me think, come on, Honda, you could have at least added a trip meter. And lastly, and this is my own particular hang-up, the non-existent rumble. But I have to say, man, that overall, I had a blast on the little Ruckus. I mean, you can't beat the gas mileage, and since it is so small, it is super convenient to just jump on and go. Here in Colorado, it's actually legal to park scooters at bicycle racks. So bam, you could just ride up on the sidewalk up to a rack and get on about your business. And no one in the store is going to tell you, sir, sorry, we prefer that you don't park your motorcycle there. You know, man, I always felt bad for scooter riders. Since they were lower on the food chain, I always thought that they didn't get any respect from motorcycle riders. But what I found is that I got plenty of love from my motorcycle riding brothers and sisters. Sure, there were those who clearly saw me wave and gave me no recognition, no respect. But I'd say, man, about 95% of the time, my motorcycle riding brethren were super cool, man. I mean, one dude even gave me a thumbs up. Anyway, if you've got some relatively slow streets that are part of your daily navigation, the Honda Ruckus is an awesome little bike, man. And if you regularly need to get up to speeds past 40 miles per hour, though, get yourself a motorcycle. And if you've got a mixture of both types of riding, man, get a motorcycle and a Honda Ruckus. Yeah. Okay, this one. We're good. Oh, try again. That's good. So now what happened?
Mommy took me home and
Uh-huh.
And mommy, and there's something sticking out of my finger, and then every time I touch it, it hurts. So I had to get a band-aid.
So you had to get a band-aid? Okay, now hold on, okay? You holding on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do it. I got my feet up here. Okay, remember to put your feet in the middle. Put them right in the middle.
They're in the middle.
Are they? Okay, hang on.
Whoa! Ow! See, I'm not getting hurt.
Good. You got your helmet on?
Yeah.
Good.